Hi, my name is Joanie''s. Welcome to my channel. Please go to my website, jonieswhitelightshealing.com, for more information about me. I am a psychic, a medium, a healer, and a spiritual counselor. I used to be a licensed clinical social worker in New York City for 10 years. I provided individual and group therapy with addicts and alcoholics, as well as the mentally ill. Around 2003, 4, 5, I had a dark night of the soul, which led to a spiritual awakening. I was fast-tracked and became gifted with many abilities. I left the field of social work, and this is what I do presently. 180-degree turnaround. What I did not believe, I then embraced. You can't prove um, the unseen, unreportable, unobservable. It was through my experiences that I believed it was real, and other people's reports validating what came through me. So with that being said, if you wish to schedule a session with me, you can contact me through my website. I do in-person sessions for folks who are local to North Central New Jersey, and I do phone, Skype, Facebook video, FaceTime, and Zoom sessions as well. They are both equally effective, remote and in person. Okay, with that being said, I wanted to do a video about what a spiritual experience could look like when you learn of one's passing and you didn't like them. It's a very sensitive topic. And the reason why I bring it up is because I just learned 8 hours ago of someone's passing, and they were in my life for over 20 years. And the darkness came out, and we were removed from each other, and I learned that they passed. And I thought this experience that I am presently going through could be of assistance for others. So on a third dimensional level, that human piece of us, when we learn of someone's passing, of their death, and there was negativity between the two of you, oftentimes those feelings are stirred. The past feelings, or even if it had been going on presently, the negative feelings come up, and there's this possible rage or sadness or both or contempt, whatever it is, the feelings come up. It's like a trigger. It's very human to have that happen. And then one of the next things that oftentimes happens is the person feeling badly about feeling negative about the person who died. We're often told, don't speak ill of the dead. Oftentimes people idolize, hero worship people who are now passed, and that they find it forbidden to feel negative feelings about someone who is no longer here. I believe that's our third dimensional training. Now, why would we be taught not to feel negative feelings? I have my ideas, but what happens will go to why. I believe it's to move people away from love and move into a negative vibration, and not to get connected with the humanness of us. But what ends up happening if you squelch down or tamp down the feelings that come up is they reside inside. And oftentimes unforgiveness, if it wasn't already there to begin with, it might develop as a result of tamping down your feelings, how you felt about them. Okay, so transcendence. The spiritual take on this. I have a few ideas, suggestions, and maybe it's going to come out of what I'm experiencing now. So the person who told me was spiritual as well, and they had a better relationship with them than I did, but they saw their dark side and knew what this person had put me through. So my reaction first was shock and then compassion for the one who was delivering the message to me. And I offered my condolences. And we went through why we believed this person might have left at this time. And after I got off the phone expressing my condolences to the deliverer of the message, I sat with my feelings at 1 a.m. And sadness came up. And I thought, this is very interesting. I spiritually distanced from this so I could learn. And I asked myself, what could it be? Why am I sad? And the first thing that came to me was there was an earth school relationship that was contentious, yet they were in my soul group, and that I know them and I adore them, and that they played the part of adversary for soul growth opportunity. And the loss of this soul here on earth was the disconnect from a member of my soul group. And that sadness is still with me today. If I talk to you from a third dimensional perspective, I could rant and rave about all of the dark stuff that went on and how I was victimized. I don't claim to be a victim, but the vilification was real. And then I started thinking about the good times and what good kernels were there during my time with them here. And that made me happy. So it reminded me that this person wasn't all bad, because that's a common thing to fall into, the resentment if one stays in the third dimensional piece of this. So I pulled that out, and that helped me understand my sadness. Knowing him, the soul recognition, as well as seeing the aspects of this soul, because I don't believe that everyone is all bad or all good. This person wasn't all bad. And then I also had compassion for him during his last years, and that also assisted. And then I went to the anger, and I felt it, and it's still coming up. And then I also expressed to myself and some others that I believe that this person had such a negative vibration that with his release to the next level, to where he is, which is home, that will possibly raise others' vibrations, including mine. That is the darkness that was there, that remained on this earthly plane. Now, some of you might say, "Oh, you don't say that. That's not couth," and that's a third dimensional idea, and that's okay. You can hold that. I am a realist, and I express truth, and I am transparent, and I believe that I am authentic. And in my sharing this with you, I encourage you to possibly go to that place if you find that you're in a place of hearing news of someone's passing when you had negativity with them, where you didn't like them, not wishing them dead, just not liking who they were at all, or a little, or some. Guilt. Many times people feel guilty about going in and excising the negative feelings they have towards the departed one. Guilt means that you're saying to yourself, I should not feel this. Well, that's a self-imposed restriction. It tamps down emotion. And I believe that all emotions, no matter where they are on the spectrum from dark to light, from sad to happy, need to be experienced, identified, and ultimately released. So you get to choose if you are saying to yourself, I should not feel these feelings. I don't suggest that you do that. I suggest that you open yourself up. I'm not suggesting have it be a deluge. You know, some people tend to overwhelm themselves. So do it in spurts if you need to. However you experience, some people just have cry fests or scream fests or both. Whatever it is, put out the intention that when you open yourself up to feel your feelings about this person's passing, that it's in moderation and what you can handle. If you have unforgiveness towards the soul, I suggest you forgive them. If you have unforgiveness towards yourself, forgive yourself. Negative karma is a bitch. You might ask yourself, what can I learn about my relationship with this person? The one that was on earth where it was like this, or I just didn't like them. And there wasn't much interaction, but whatever the case, I didn't like them. It was hard, it was bad, it was rough, whatever. And sit with yourself, and that's what it's about. Interactions with others, it's about the experience for soul growth opportunity. And one's death is a soul growth opportunity. There's appreciation, gratitude, a lot of learning for learning's sake that can be gleaned from taking time to do this for yourself. It is a gift you would give yourself. If your veil is thin, you can channel them and you could talk to them and wish them well. And if you want to, you can ask for signs. On the other side, there isn't the acrimony, the bitterness, it's peace. I found in channeling some others who I didn't have good relationships with, and then they were there, I was channeling them, that there was a whole different story, and it's fantastic. I've gotten I'm sorry's to I'll make it up to you to I don't know how to even start to make it up to you. But there's a lot of humility and a lot of realizations regarding their behavior. Channeling a departed soul that you did not like is, there are no words to describe it. I've done this with at least 3 souls, and I highly suggest it for those of you who are able. You need to be at a very peaceful and loving place, ready to hear amazing things. And then in terms of steps forward, you can always talk to them if you don't channel them and wish them well, wish them blessings and healing and love. And you could thank them in the ethers. You could say it out louder in your head. Thank you so much for everything that you offered me, because now I know about, and then you fill in the blank. You could ask them to show you signs. And you could be specific if you want, like if you want to see feathers or rainbows or cloud formations or lyrics through songs, whatever it is, you can do that as well. And then the takeaway also is you're moving forward as an enlightened human being with this experience. What can you do about this for other? Passing it forward. What you learned from that experience with that individual, you can be the high version of yourself, not doing what they did. You could possibly talk about it, not trashing the soul to another, but talking about what you learned and how you now are going about things in a better way, in a different way. Maybe you're going to be a different type of a colleague or parent or sibling or child, whatever the case. It is what it is. And I wanted to make this So those of you who have felt guilty or have not known what to do or found themselves in a quagmire of, oh shit, they're gone and I couldn't stand them and I don't know what to do about this. Maybe some of the words that I've shared here can be a little bit of a jumping off point for you. And if you are, in fact, experiencing passings in this way, the way I've shared, then it's validation for you. I do this because I love what I do, and I hope that I've touched some hearts here. And if you have experienced others' passings and you have not liked these souls for whatever reason, may your heart heal. May those around you heal. And may you develop a deeper understanding of what your relationship was with them. I hope that you have a very peaceful day. Bye, y'all.